It's only been 1,000 years.
Well, people move. It's okay.
I know.
That's okay. But we're here.
We're here. How has the married life, mom life been? How's the balance and the harmony since their kids are growing and things are changing? How's that been?
It's like on one end, it's smoothed out a lot.
Okay.
Little Aaron is potty trained.
Yeah.
Now Elijah is in pre-K. I mean, oh my goodness, kindergarten. Little Aaron is in pre-K. Like,
They grow so fast.
But there's that other end. It's still like, even with grown kids, they still got so much going on. My daughter has been in a ton of transition this year. And this impacts how I operate. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a wife, my husband has traveled the most he has ever traveled this year. So this holiday season was extremely hard. I will not cap. I will say I've got a better balance of things too, just kind of letting some things be.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just
sometimes
too busy
the
trying
woes
to,
of life are just the woes of life. And
I'm trying to fix stuff all the time. And sometimes I just got to let it be.
Yeah.
So I'll say I'm managing better.
Okay.
For sure.
We love a good management skill because it's needed. And shout out to the moms who just have great, impeccable management skills because I give y'all a round of applause because y'all deserve every reward. And the dads too. I'm here for the dads, but I know the mom, they just carry it in a different way.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
What is one misconception that people have about you and Aaron?
That we got it all together.
Okay. Speak more to that real quick.
People look at our social media and they'll be like, oh, you must have this or you must have that. I found out when we went to Brazil earlier this year how people really look at us.
Okay.
Because they were literally like, oh, you must have this and you must have that. Oh, I bet that's not a problem for you. And I'm like, excuse me?
I'm human.
Excuse me? How did we pay the rent last month? Like, you know, like seriously. That, or they think that just because I'm outspoken that I'm not sensitive. You know, so I do have thick skin, but there are certain things that really get to me. And people just feel like, oh, she can take it.
Yeah.
But that's not true. A misconception about my husband is that he's outgoing.
Yeah.
He is not outgoing.
He's more of a recluse nerd.
Yes, he is a nerd. He's comfortable around his very close circle. So you might see a little more out of him. But even in that, after about a good 30 minutes of entertaining, he's gone to a corner to go sit and decompress.
Yeah.
So our youngest son is like that. Yeah.
Okay. What is it about your marriage that you feel is most fruitful aside from work and ministry?
It's hard because marriage is a ministry.
Yeah. So outside of like church and outside of music, what else have you seen become like fruitful?
Very fruitful?
Yeah.
It has to probably start with our friendship. Our friendship is probably the most fruitful. It's from which everything flows. How we talk to one another, how we solve issues, how we even go about work, how we even go about ministry. We're friends first.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can talk to him about anything.
Yeah.
So even when it's hard, and I always just have that comfort and know that's my friend. Like I can talk.
And I feel like a lot of people are missing that in marriages. It's like, this is not just your spouse. This is, y'all were friends first.
Yes.
And you should be friends first and foremost.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like that's the nucleus of the respect and the love. It's like, this is my friend.
Absolutely. And when people come around us, they can sense it.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that people can feel that love.
I love that.
And they feel comfortable coming to us or talking to us about certain, getting advice, things like that. And we don't feel overwhelmed by it because we're graced for it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that.
Okay. Love that. I love that.
Okay, let's move. Let's kind of segue into something else.
Okay.
So what's going on? You single? You got a situationship?
Oh, don't the people want to know? God is my boyfriend and my best friend.
Please. We're not doing this. No.
Okay. All right. Yes. I am not married. Okay, yes, I'm single. And I am not ready to mingle.
Okay. Cool. What's the biggest difference between churches in Cleveland and Dallas?
Well, that's a good question. I would say it's a lot more mega churches, period. This is the most mega churches I've ever seen or been around, or just the diversity, the culture, everything is so different. Like Cleveland is more urbanized. So Dallas is definitely more diverse. So you are more likely to see multicultural churches and more mega churches.
Gotcha.
So, but I also will say it's not as churchy. It's not as like, huh, huh, you know, very much giving like more CCM side of things. Even if it is a predominantly Black church, it's more contemporary. So
whitewashed,
possibly so. Actually, no cap. Yeah. Let's do a transition to something regarding us. So,
okay,
how do we feel like the distance has impacted our friendship and our sisterhood?
I've had to rely on myself a lot more. Lena is a doer. She's going to get things done. She's going to stay on task. She's going to make the list. She's going to have the agenda, the outline. She's going to have everything. I am not as organized. I may make a couple of notes, but it's pushed me to be more organized.
Yeah.
It's pushed me to be more intentional about what it is that I'm doing and not just be like, okay, I'm going to shoot these ideas out to Lena and I know she's going to put it, all together. I've had to be more independent and push my social battery a little more.
Yeah.
Now I am an outgoing person.
You have pulled back a lot.
I have pulled back a ton. And I think just as I'm getting older, too, you really start to
value different things too.
You be intentional about who's around you.
And your time.
Like, so, but at one point I was like literally not doing nothing. Like if it wasn't with Aaron, I wasn't doing anything.
I literally had to be like, get out the house. Get out.
But they don't take pictures like she do. They don't take video like she do. They don't get content like she do, and I be mad.
It's real. Any of my friends that know me or have been around me, like y'all, I capture every moment. Content is king for me.
Period. And I'm like that too. But if I'm out with people that ain't on that, like you know what I'm saying.
The girls that get it.
The girls that get it.
Yeah.
Also, just having that extra sisterly love around you all the time, and I feel like I may have took a little bit of that time for granted.
Yeah. That's real.
So it's like, dang.
Yeah.
Pissing me off.
It's not even the distance for me. Because me and this girl talk all the time. Like, it's not
hours.
It's not even like, I don't feel like we miss anything,
Talking on all platforms and texting.
At the same time, because are you really friends if you're not talking on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, FaceTime, messages at the same time? Are you really friends? No. Because I need you to know all aspects of my thought process when all of the tabs of my brain are open. Okay. I would say that the biggest piece for me is that I am a very quality over quantity kind of friend. Mm-hmm. Even though I know a lot of people that know us and stuff, like we're very much so like we have our close knit people. I wouldn't say it's hard for both of us, but it kind of is hard for both of us to like branch out and have a level of openness to where we're like actually actively seeking other friends to become like our sisterhood kind of friends, And
we have those.
Yes.
We have other women in our lives that are our sister friends.
And I will say, like, I've met a number of women in Dallas that have just been something different and refreshing that I've needed. But it hasn't taken away from like what Vashai is in my life and what we have even our friendship it has blossomed into. I don't feel like there's any gaps to fill really. And I think that that's the biggest thing about relationship in general is knowing that like no matter how much time has passed, what's going on in life, things changing with your kids and your marriage and life goals and career stuff. And I don't feel like any of that really gets in the way. If anything, like we adjust expectations as things change. And then also
we say what we need.
Yes, like we state expectations like, hey, like I just need some space in this season, or like I know that God is calling me to do this. I'm gonna need you to just pray for me and cover me, or like, and just being able to be intentional in that way. And so it's really a blessing. It's a blessing.
You got anything else you want to add to this segment?
No, I think this was some good catch-up questions. If you can be a snack, what would you be? Because you want to answer this question so bad.
I wouldn't be a snack. I would be breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay, everybody.
In between.
That's all we have for today. Thank you for catching up with Ash and Lena. We love you all so much.